Hi, I'm Joe with the Corporate Toolkit. I've spent my career working in business intelligence, data analytics, reporting, and enterprise change, helping organizations understand problems, improve processes, and make better decisions. One thing I've learned throughout my career is the people who create the most value are not always the people with the most technical knowledge. They are the people who can understand a problem, ask the right questions, connect the details to the bigger picture, and help move an organization forward. That skill is business analysis. In this channel, we're going to break down the tools, techniques, and frameworks to help professionals become better analysts, better problem solvers, and better contributors to business change. So let's start with that foundation. What exactly is business analysis? A lot of people hear the term business analyst and immediately think that's the person who writes requirements. That's the person who works with IT, or that's the person who creates documentation. But business analysis is much bigger than a job title. Every organization has problems to solve. Every team has decisions to make. And every professional needs the ability to understand problems, analyze options, and create better solutions. That is business analysis. At its core, business analysis is about facilitating change. Organizations are constantly changing. They launch new products, improve processes, implement technology, respond to customers, and manage risks. But change does not happen just because someone creates a new system or project. Successful change requires understanding. Where are we today? Where do we want to go? Why does the change actually matter? Who is impacted? What needs to happen to get there? That is where business analysis comes in. Business analysis is the discipline of understanding business needs, defining change, and helping organizations move from the current state to the better future state. In simple terms, business analysis turns business problems into meaningful change. A business analyst helps connect strategy, people, processes, data, and technology to create better business outcomes. The important thing to understand is that business analysis is a skill. The business analyst role is just one place where that skill is applied. The International Institute of Business Analysis defines a business analyst as someone who performs business analysis activities regardless of their official job title. That means you can apply business analysis skills whether you are a business analyst, data analyst, project manager, product manager, or leader. What are the traditional business analysis roles? What does a traditional business analyst actually do? A business analyst is someone who helps guide change. They often sit between business teams, stakeholders, and solutions teams to create alignment. They help answer questions like, what problem are we solving? What outcomes are we trying to achieve? Who is impacted by this change? What capabilities do we need? And how will we know if the change was successful? One of the biggest areas of business analysis is understanding requirements. But requirements are not just a list of features somebody wants built. Requirements represent needs. They help organizations understand what needs to change and what is required to successfully deliver that change. The first level is business requirements. Business requirements explain, why are we making this change? These connect directly to organizational goals and outcomes. For example, increase customer conversion, reduce processing time, improve operational efficiency. These are not describing a specific solution. They describe the value the organization is trying to create. The next level is stakeholder requirements. These explain who is impacted by the change and what do they need. For example, a customer needs a simpler checkout experience. An employee needs a faster way to complete a task. Then we have solution requirements. These explain what capability does the solution need to provide. This is where we define what the future state should look like. And finally, we have transition requirements. These explain how do we successfully move from the current state to the future state. This includes things like training, adoption, data migration, and preparing people for the change. A strong business analyst understands all of these because delivering the wrong solution efficiently is still the wrong outcome. So, how can you use business analysis in your role? Now, here's the important part. You do not need the title business analyst to use business analysis skills. Every professional participates in change. A data analyst uses business analysis when they move beyond creating reports and start asking, what decision will this data support? What questions are we trying to answer? What actions should happen because of this insight found in the data? The difference is moving from creating information to creating value. A project manager uses business analysis when they ask, are we solving the right problem? Are stakeholders aligned? Will this project create the intended outcome? A project can be delivered on time and on budget, but still fail if it does not create business value. A product manager uses business analysis when they understand customer needs, prioritize improvements, and decide what changes will create the most impact. A manager uses business analysis when they improve processes, make decisions, and help their team operate more effectively. Even individual contributors use business analysis skills when they identify problems, ask better questions, understand impacts, recommend improvements, or connect their work to larger business goals. The difference between someone who simply completes tasks and somebody who creates business value is often the ability to understand the bigger picture. That is the power of business analysis. Now, we do have to talk about AI. AI is already changing how business analysis work gets done. AI can help professionals summarize information, create first drafts, organize requirements, generate ideas and options. Work that used to take hours can now happen much faster. But the value of business analysis has never been just creating documents. The real value is understanding the problem and helping organizations make the right change. AI can help generate possibilities, but humans are the ones that still need to determine, is this the right problem? Does this support the strategy? Will this create value? How will people adopt to this change? The future of business analysis is not about replacing analysts with AI. It's about professionals using AI to become better problem solvers, better decision makers, and better facilitators of change. The future analyst is someone who combines business understanding, analytical thinking, human collaboration, and AI capabilities. Business analysis is not just about writing requirements. It is not just about creating documentation. And it is not limited to people with the title business analyst. Business analysis is about understanding problems, creating clarity, and helping organizations successfully move through change. Every organization is trying to improve something. Every team is trying to solve something. And every professional has an opportunity to become better at understanding needs, analyzing situations, and creating better outcomes. That is the power of business analysis. In this channel, the Corporate Toolkit, we will break down the tools, techniques, and frameworks that help professionals analyze problems, support change, and connect everyday work to bigger business goals. Whether you are an analyst, a project professional, a manager, or someone looking to grow your career, these skills will help you create more impact. Welcome to the Corporate Toolkit.